an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Tennessee, John Kelly. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On second down, Davis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. A shotgun snap for Gone. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Reuben Foster, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
No, check, Patriot!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Beathard. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. To throw is Beathard. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 103 in the yardage department. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw Beathard. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
right, now,
he looked like one of those guys.
56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset? You want to get this running game going? I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now. Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion. And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half. Able to fight through one tackle. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions. Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot. A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down? Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Gone!
They'll throw here. Beathard. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 2 minutes to play here in. Back to the booth right after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Matt Longacre in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He'll rifle it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On first down, gone. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw on second down is gone. And this will be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Rams on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
2 for 1.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Out of the gun. Gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good to this point. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Airing it deep for Garcon. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah,
Still first down.
offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. To throw is Beathard. He's going to let it go again. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Beathard. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try to...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Earl Mitchell. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Beathard to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Here's Beathard to throw. Throwing for his running back. He's got him complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. After the penalty, it's Davis. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Here's Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's gone. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Second and 10. Goff again. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Throwing again is Goff. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Goff on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, Goff. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch at that spot.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. 3-19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they've shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
To throw is Beathard. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Here's West. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On 3rd down, that's West. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for San Francisco, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals.